Hi everyone, welcome back, and this is part 3 of a mini series I'm doing about your 7 chakras and how they need to be going really well in order for you to make money and for you to be healthy and wealthy. This was a bit of a quick snap, isn't it? We've got 7 chakras. I've already talked about the base chakra and the solar plexus in the last couple of weeks. And today I want to talk about this mid section of our body, the solar plexus chakra. This is a really important one, especially in connection to money. So over the last couple of years, I've been writing money workshops and how you can change your money and open the floodgates of abundance by manipulating your chakra system, working through your energetic body and bringing that on board so that things finally start to flow for you and you don't feel the squeeze so much. And I will send you an invitation to my program soon. And this is just giving you a little taste, a bit of information that most people don't know about. So tonight it's all about the solar plexus. The solar plexus energy center sits below our heart center, and it's also called the third chakra. And the color that resonates with the solar plexus chakra is yellow. The solar plexus chakra is actually heaps of fun because it houses our ego. And in spiritual circles, like people in the spiritual and personal development realms don't like to talk about the ego that much, let alone talk about the house of the ego, where the ego sleeps at night and, you know, where it resides and so on. And hence, our solar plexus energy center is often full of shadows, what I call shadows, and shadow work is so important to release some of that energy. I'll give you some info in the article that I'll attach to this video. And on a physical level, what often happens is that because it's our power center, if we don't feel very powerful, or if we feel like often we're overpowered or we're squashing our life force down, we get a fat tummy. So we get this kind of fat roll right under our rib cage, or our tummy starts to extend because our physical body is making up for how we're holding back in ourselves, in our energetic body. So it's just let me think. So the solar plexus is to do with creating wealth, claiming your place in the world, showing up and showing off, shining your light, being like a beautiful sunflower. And just think of a sunflower, how it's much bigger and brighter and bolder than all the other flowers in the garden. And a sunflower tends to respond to the light, so when the sun comes up, it turns its flower or its face towards the sun, which means opportunities, and then it trails the sun all day long, right? So a sunflower is actually smarter than us, because what we tend to do is we stick up our head a little bit and we scan the horizon, and then we actually start to look at our peer group and we start to compare. So instead of the sunflower who turns its face towards the sun, what we often do is we turn our back to the sun, which is our power center or our divine channel, you could say, and we start to look at others and we get discouraged, distracted, and our self-esteem goes down because comparisons are odious. And this, in Spanish, I think comparison means little murder. So this is how we murder our self-esteem and our confidence a lot of the time. So our solar plexus is all about the ego, healthy ego, and the traits of a healthy ego. I'll put it in a little article that you can read after the video. It's about success, it's about showing up, like I said, and showing off, and it's also about nurturing the self. So our Creator gave us an ego because we're living in a human suit right now. So like I came into this body as Grada, so my Grada ego is my identity just for this lifetime. And at the same time, I know that the real me, that's like my spirit, my immortal self that never dies, that's always present, that's always been here and always will be alive, whether I'm in a human suit or not. That's a different entity. But we're really meant to integrate and play with our ego in this lifetime, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't have been given a body. This is like a fun ride, you could say, or a sort of an experiment that we get to enjoy, and many lessons to learn. And our ego is here to look after us. And so our ego is also divine because it was created by our creator or by source. So we can love our ego and just put our suspicions aside and make the ego friends with us, and we become friends with it as well, so that it serves us better. The solar plexus is really blocked by shame. So shame is like a very heavy emotion with a very low frequency. So the frequency is almost identical to the frequency of death. So that's a very heavy emotion that gets stuck in there. And a lot of the time we're not aware that we have it. So, but what we do now is sometimes that our dreams have gone to sleep, our money isn't flowing, our ideas are not flowing, our self-esteem is flatlining, and so on. And then you actually have to do some work in your or with your solar plexus chakra, rather than looking on the outside. Bring that loving attention inside. And by the way, I also want to reassure you that the solar plexus chakra blockages, they often didn't start with you. They often came into us through our DNA, like through our ancestors or the role models around us, or even past lives. And I had a really interesting experience with my solar plexus when my mom died. So I'd been sitting with my mom when she was dying from a bowel blockage, and her whole tummy was swollen because nothing was going down anymore, and she didn't want to vomit either, so her tummy was kind of swollen like a big balloon. And of course, interesting, my mom, because of being a woman of the older generation, she didn't really get a chance to explore her identity or explore money or anything. Like, she was often feeling overpowered by her circumstances. She had a deformed body because she had a hunchback, and of course, growing up in a patriarchal society, in Holland especially as well, it was even more difficult. Anyway, so the funny thing was, as soon as my mom died and I was sitting with her in the room, I was there by myself with her, I felt this massive energetic entity. I don't know what it was, but it literally jumped across and hit me fair square in my solar plexus. And so I was just bent over in pain for, like, I couldn't breathe even. And that pain stayed with me for hours afterwards. I had to take some Panadol, and I was in shock from losing my mom, but as well as really puzzled what just happened. But of course, in hindsight, I think what happened is that my mom's unresolved shadows from her solar plexus and her sacrum and her base chakra, the three lower chakras that are often demonized by the church and spiritual circles, so we don't work with them, we don't heal them. All her shadows jumped across into my body because, of course, me being an empath, I took them on as my own body. And of course, then I also had a terrible accident a year later, and I ended up, with scars all over my body like my mom. So I'm telling you this because I see this kind of I call it a trauma bond. I know now what it is. It's called a loyalty bonding or a trauma bonding that we often have with our parents, and we don't do this consciously. We unconsciously take their issues into our own being, and then they perpetrate. So it keeps going, the same sense of powerlessness or the same struggles or the same things carry on. And I definitely didn't want to pass this on to my children, so I've been doing my homework and my inner work forever. That's my mission. And so tonight let's do some fun work with the solar plexus. I don't want it to be too heavy, because if the solar plexus is strong and in alignment, you feel healthy, you feel wealthy, you're an influencer, you're popular, you have self-esteem, you have fun, the money flows, and you're actually bubbling over with happiness. And everyone wants to be around a happy person, right? But this is not a pretend kind of happiness, of course. This is coming from the core of your being through your solar plexus chakra. So let's do a little bit of work there. So there are many gifts in your solar plexus, as I will show you. And if you want to, of course, learn more about this, I am going to start a money workshop, like teaching you the feminine principles to making money. So that means feminine, not feminine, feminine principles of making money. So making money for women is different to how guys do it, because I'm going to teach you how to be receiving, how to do it with ease and flow and grace, and through your beautiful energy center. So you don't have to push, strive and struggle. That's what I've learned over the years. And I've applied this, of course, to myself. So I have a beautiful lifestyle now as well. So I'm going to start this at the end of February, and you'll get an invitation soon. I will be doing it online, so over Zoom, so you can do it wherever you are. And it's going to go over 4 months. Every week we do a Zoom session together to transform your money flow so that you can have success and get out of the squeeze. Because you've probably noticed that if your life feels squeezy anywhere, in your money or in your relationships or in the way you look at yourself, it's often right in that solar plexus area. You can't see it though, but just right under your rib cage. That's where many women have this contraction. It's like a constant contraction that forms a hard ball. Oh yeah, I just have one more really good hint or tip to give you before I want to do a healing exercise. So if you want to know how strong and balanced your solar plexus chakra is, go and have a look in the mirror and tune in how that makes you feel, right? And if you feel happy and with what you see, with the picture, with the image, with yourself, that means your solar plexus is relatively healthy. But if you feel your energies go down or you get a sinking feeling, that means your solar plexus needs some TLC, it needs some love. So let's do some of that TLC work now. So let's see, how am I going? Okay, I'll probably only have about 5 minutes, so just make the most of it. So it's yellow. Think of a beautiful yellow color, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes softly. Just shut your eyelids over your eyeballs in a very, very gentle way, and then look into the back of your skull with like compassion and kindness and softness, and then drop your energy down, further down, down through the heart center into the solar plexus, and just put your hands right on the solar plexus chakra. I don't know if you can see, just under your boobs, and feel the nurturing energy go from your hands into the solar plexus. Solar means sun and plexus means nerve bundle. And you may notice that the energy of your hands is going right into that nerve bundle, and the contraction is starting to relax softly and gently as you do that. As you're listening to my words, as you're listening to my voice, and breathing out any tension. Now I want you to visualize a beautiful sun, like our sun. When it is coming up, it rises in the morning. So just imagine the horizon. First it's dark and maybe gloomy, the night sky, and then dusk happens, and then suddenly you see this glimmer of light rising above the horizon, and soon you see the shape of the sun rising in the sky, and you start to feel warmer, and it's golden yellow light. Yellow is for playfulness. You start to feel playful, fun, and yellow is also for assimilation, healthy assimilation. So maybe even start to feel hungry, or maybe you feel satisfied, because satisfaction comes from your tummy as well, feeling contented. So just imagine the sun coming up even brighter now. And now daylight has started, and you have this beautiful, calm, settled feeling deep inside your solar plexus, where the nerve bundle is relaxing softly, gently, slowly, and it has nurturing energy that's releasing right through your body. It's spreading all the way down through your pelvic area, your legs and your feet into the ground, and it's spreading upwards, giving you warm feeling through your chest, through your breasts, your arms, under your armpits, out through your hands, your neck, your head, and then it comes out in a shower that showers you out from the top of your head, showers you in golden yellow light. Now as that sun gets brighter, in the center of the sun you see the words confidence, confidence, perhaps willpower, powerful, claiming your place in the universe through your identity right now, through your beautiful ego, through your beautiful identity, being a full expression of who you're meant to be in this lifetime, not holding anything back. Just think of confidence, influence, being an influencer, being able to create change, being the change that you want to see, being powerful like the sun, and the rays of the sun, they shine automatically. It's not as if the sun has to say, today I have to shine my rays. The sun just does it automatically. And that's the same with you when you step into your solar plexus power and accept you in your entirety. You start to shine like the sun without any effort. And that's the gift of the solar plexus. So just also think of $50 notes. I think they're yellow. And so the solar plexus is to do with making bigger money. So you're stepping out of survival and into thriving. And so you can just sit in that beautiful golden yellow light of the solar plexus for as long as you like. After I finish the video, you can just go back to this minute, this moment in time, and feel the warm glow of your own identity which is also divine. It comes from the Creator, from Source, from the cosmos, and it's here for you to be your individual self, your unique self, different to everyone else. So just feel into that. Feel into your own gifts, your wisdom, your playfulness, $50 notes coming towards you. And then just as you start to feel real happy, you can come back behind your eyeballs and open your eyes gently. Okay, so this is just a short meditation to help bring you in a better place, a place of peacefulness, quietness, and unity with the solar plexus, because the solar plexus can be a place of deep conflict and shame, and that shame pulls our energy down and it blocks our monetary flow. And you can change that. You can change that very easily when you know what to do. And so hope you enjoy this. I'll put a little article here with the video as well, so you can look back on it and you can keep looking into the solar plexus, keep tuning into your body, into the internal space of your body, and make sure that you get a chance to relax that contraction that's so often present there. And if you become conscious that some of your patterns and programming are a repetition of what you saw in your father or mom, or maybe your grandparents, and it's like an unwanted pattern, come and see me on booking for a private session or a series of private sessions where we can quickly identify it and delete it, so you feel liberated and you can tap into your wealth blueprint. Your wealth blueprint is the blueprint for perfect wealth and abundance and prosperity, because that's your birthright. So I hope you really enjoy this. Thanks for sticking it out with me, and have a really good week. And I am looking forward to sharing with you all about the heart chakra next week. Your heart chakra and how it's connected to money as well. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening and have a safe week, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.